All that lighting is on the windows, which means, of course, it's a nightmare for me. Look. Good morning from Gettydanga. Now it's a Monday again, and today is really nice weather. It's nice and sunny, so we start the week with a big job. So it's gonna be a full clean week. We're gonna scrape the roof, we're gonna clear the paths, refreshing the whole property. Now this property was a rental for many years, so it was kind of neglected. Nobody did nothing in here, so now the owners are back and they try to kind of make it nice again. So let me show you how the property looks at the moment. Now this is how the property looks here on the front. As you can see, the tarmac is full of dirt. The paths are in really bad state. So they were cutting many trees, so it was loads of mess around. And we will be soft washing walls as well. So we try to make this property as nice as possible for the get ready for renters again. So this is how it looks here at the back. See, it's pretty bad state, and we try to move as much as all that organic growth as possible. Now, and this is how the roof looks like. As you can see, there's a serious amount of moss on this roof. Probably was never cleaned, so in the last 50 years. So we're gonna scrape this off as well. Now, this is how the property looks at the moment. So it's rock and roll and make this property beautiful again. Ale skąd on ten? Myślę, że przeskoczył. Mówię tak. And we are in Tuesday now. Now, unfortunately, yesterday the work didn't go as we planned. We got a new employee. It didn't work out very well, so we finished very late. We got very busy, so we didn't finish the job. And today we had a couple other jobs booked in, so we forced them. Well, I still have to do one of them, and then I hope to go back to yesterday's job and at least do some work in it. So we're gonna wash some pads in this house, and then hopefully we go back to yesterday's house. Now, and the job is finally done. So, drive looks absolutely fantastic. Windows are cleaned. We also did the guttering, so guttering is nicely washed. The pads look absolutely lovely. Now, another job done. Now, and of course, the plans have changed again. We end up not going to other job, so we came to a local school, where we need to clean the windows. So this is gonna be the last job of the day anyway, so let's go at it. Quite cold today. It's sunny but cold, but at least here on the roof it's pretty warm. All these windows, I don't think they were ever cleaned before. Because that green algae is really stuck on it. Now, this looks way better. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will wet all these windows first and let that kind of soak first and then clean them. Now, just look at that. All that lichen is on the windows. Which means, of course, it's a nightmare for me. Look. I don't think these windows were ever cleaned. Absolute madness. Now, all these windows are finally cleaned. They have really nice shine on them. Now, still I have these to do, east, and a bit more on the other side. So, but it's getting dark. It's getting dark now, so I stop filming and I see you tomorrow. Now, and we are Wednesday, so I came back to job what we did on Monday just to finish off. So we need to soft wash the walls and spray the roof and clean the windows and do the pads. So let's rock and roll. And the job is done. As you can see, the drive is nice and clean. The pads have massive improvement as well. Walls are soft washed. Windows are cleaned. So we cleaned and treated the roof as well, all the gutterings. See the back. So everything will improve over time. And just look at this wall. Already starting to clean up nicely, and it will be clean in about a week's time. Yeah, so another one done. Now, and it's Friday already. Unfortunately, we couldn't film too much this week. Simply, people don't like cameras around a lot of places, so we actually do way more than we film. So I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and see you next time.